I saw it posted yesterday all over our social media pages. Cassie filed a lawsuit in New York City against Diddy.
Yikes.
She's claiming she was stuck in a decade-long cycle of abuse.
As you all know, I made a request today for what we were calling a gag order, and I'm not going to walk out of court and do anything other than...
Ellen DeGeneres and her wife Portia de Rossi's abrupt move to the tranquil countryside of the United Kingdom has left fans and media buzzing with speculation. The timing couldn't be more suspicious, coming right on the heels of the shocking legal troubles surrounding Sean Diddy Combs. While Ellen has always been known for her cheerful and playful demeanor, this sudden relocation has cast a shadow of doubt over her seemingly pristine public image. Could there be something more sinister behind this move than the peaceful escape it's being painted as? Many are beginning to wonder if Ellen's decision to flee the U.S. is connected to the explosive allegations against Diddy, whose legal troubles have sent shockwaves through Hollywood.
And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact... For those unfamiliar, Diddy's recent arrest has pulled back the curtain on years of alleged misconduct, and Ellen's long-standing friendship with the music mogul is now being called into question. The two share a history that's deeper than most people realize, with numerous public appearances together, playful banter on Ellen's former talk show, and even shared attendance at some of Hollywood's most exclusive gatherings. But these connections, once seen as harmless celebrity camaraderie, are now being scrutinized under a much darker lens.
Trying a criminal case in the modern times, a lot of evidence is on electronic devices, cell phone, tablets, computers, things of that nature. And the devices, especially if you have like external hard drives, 90-something terabytes of data on a single device makes me think some type of hard drive. That takes weeks to go through just for one device on its own.
Ellen and Portia's move was initially explained as a desire to start fresh in the idyllic countryside of the Cotswolds, far from the noise and chaos of Hollywood. But insiders have hinted that this decision may not be as innocent as it seems. One source close to the couple revealed that Ellen had been unusually quiet in the weeks leading up to their move, reportedly telling friends she was done with the US and needed a clean break. While many chalked it up to her fallout from the workplace scandal that plagued her career in 2020, others are whispering that her departure might have more to do with avoiding the fallout from Diddy's unraveling legal drama. After all, Ellen has been linked to Diddy in ways that are now raising eyebrows.
Notably, when he walked inside the courtroom, the first thing that he looked at was his family. As soon as he saw his family, he just lit up. Another thing to note, too, is he wasn't shackled, but he was wearing a khaki prison-like jumpsuit when he appeared inside court, and his family appeared on their end, very just happy to see him. Now, I will say,
Diddy's notorious parties, once the stuff of Hollywood legend, have taken on a much darker reputation in light of recent allegations. These gatherings, which were attended by some of the biggest names in entertainment, were known for their extravagance and exclusivity. But according to lawsuits and insider accounts, these weren't just glamorous soirees, they were events shrouded in secrecy, with activities that many now describe as deeply disturbing. Ellen's name has surfaced in conversations about these parties, with some sources claiming she was a regular attendee. While there's no concrete evidence linking her to any wrongdoing, the very fact that she's being mentioned in the same breath as these allegations is enough to raise questions.
Rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein-type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors, yeah. I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than that.
One particularly chilling detail comes from a resurfaced moment on Ellen's show when she playfully teased Diddy about his infamous gatherings. In a now widely shared clip, Ellen joked about needing an invite to one of his parties, to which Diddy responded with a knowing laugh, saying, "You don't have to ask, you're always welcome." At the time, it seemed like harmless banter, but in retrospect, the exchange feels loaded with unspoken meaning. Did Ellen know more about these gatherings than she let on? And if so, why has she remained silent as the allegations against Diddy continue to pile up?
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that?
Ellen's relationship with Diddy has always been marked by a peculiar dynamic. Despite their vastly different public personas, Ellen as the wholesome queen of daytime TV and Diddy as the flashy, party-loving music mogul, the two seem to share a genuine bond. Diddy appeared on her show numerous times, often bringing gifts and sharing inside jokes that hinted at a deeper friendship. In one particularly memorable episode, Ellen grilled Diddy about why she hadn't been invited to his latest birthday bash, to which Diddy sheepishly replied that the invite must have gotten lost. At the time, it was a lighthearted moment, but now fans are revisiting these clips with a more critical eye.
Hello, Sean Diddy Combs. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you. Do you like being scared?
The rumors about Ellen's attendance at Diddy's parties aren't new. but they've taken on a new urgency in light of the recent allegations. According to one insider, Ellen was often seen mingling at these events, which were known for their strict guest lists and over-the-top themes. While there's no suggestion that Ellen was involved in any of the alleged misconduct, her association with Diddy and her apparent comfort within his circle are raising questions about what she might have witnessed. Could Ellen have turned a blind eye to troubling behavior? Or was she simply unaware of what was happening behind closed doors?
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Adding fuel to the fire is the resurfacing of old interviews and moments from Ellen's show where Diddy's behavior now seems more suspicious in hindsight. In one instance, Ellen playfully pressed Diddy about the rumors surrounding his parties, asking him to spill the details. Diddy dodged the question with a laugh, but his evasiveness now feels less like playful banter and more like an attempt to shut down the conversation. Ellen, for her part, seemed content to let the moment pass, moving on to lighter topics. But fans are now questioning why she didn't press him further. Was she protecting her friend, or was she simply unaware of the darker side of his world?
One makeup artist was quoted as saying that when he tried to make small talk with Ellen, she supposedly said, "Who do you think you are? Don't look at me."
Ellen's own past controversies only add to the intrigue. While her public persona has long been one of kindness and compassion, her reputation took a massive hit in 2020 when former employees came forward with accusations of a toxic work environment on her show. These allegations painted a picture of a woman very different from the cheerful host viewers saw on screen. Behind the scenes, Ellen was described as controlling, dismissive, and even cruel, with staffers claiming they were fired for minor infractions or for speaking up about mistreatment. While Ellen apologized publicly and promised to do better, the damage to her reputation was done. Now, with her name being linked to Diddy's controversies, some are wondering if there's an even darker side to Ellen that the public has yet to see.
Ellen's alleged bad behavior had been whispered about in the industry for years.
Ellen's move to the UK has done little to quell the speculation. In fact, it has only fueled the rumors, with some suggesting that she's trying to distance herself from the fallout of Diddy's legal troubles. If Ellen truly has nothing to hide, why the sudden departure? And why now when Diddy's name is dominating headlines? These questions have left fans and critics alike searching for answers, and the lack of any public statement from Ellen has only deepened the mystery. One of the most intriguing aspects of this unfolding drama is the timing of Ellen's relocation. Just weeks before she and Portia packed their bags, Diddy was arrested and charged with a laundry list of serious allegations. The two events may be unrelated, but the coincidence is hard to ignore. Could Ellen be trying to escape potential scrutiny, or is she simply seeking a quieter life away from the chaos of Hollywood? Either way, her silence on the matter is deafening.
Does he have a shot? I think his attorneys raised some good arguments.
I think they raise good arguments as well. Maybe this will be third time's the charm, because the difference between this bail motion and the prior two is that this one really does get to the heart of what the court was concerned about, which was witness intimidation.
As more details about Diddy's alleged misconduct come to light, the focus is slowly beginning to shift to those who were part of his inner circle. Ellen, with her long-standing friendship with Diddy and her rumored attendance at his parties, is now under the microscope. While there's no concrete evidence implicating her in any wrongdoing, her association with Diddy and her decision to flee the country have raised more questions than answers. Is Ellen simply a bystander caught in the crossfire, or is there more to her story than meets the eye? What makes the story even more compelling is the stark contrast between Ellen's public image and the rumors swirling around her. For years, she was seen as a beacon of positivity, a woman who used her platform to spread kindness and bring people together. But the allegations against Diddy and the whispers about her involvement have cast a shadow over that image, forcing fans to reconsider what they thought they knew about Ellen. Could the woman who built her career on the mantra "be kind" have been complicit in something so unkind? It's a question that many are now asking, and one that Ellen herself has yet to address.
Those situations lend to maybe some issues with tampering. And I do feel like there are victims who are scared to come forward, including my client. She was very nervous about if he was going to get bail this week. And once I told her, and then come after people, including her and some of the other individuals, and she was very relieved when he did not receive.
As the spotlight continues to shine on Diddy's legal troubles, the ripple effects are being felt throughout his circle of friends and associates. Ellen, once seen as untouchable, is now facing scrutiny like never before. Her decision to leave the US has only added to the intrigue, leaving fans and critics alike to wonder what secrets she might be hiding. For now, Ellen remains silent, her move to the UK shrouded in mystery. But in Hollywood, secrets have a way of coming to light, and it's only a matter of time before the truth is revealed. This brings us to the broader question: how deep does this web of connections go? Ellen's ties to Diddy are just the tip of the iceberg, and the revelations about his parties have opened the door to a much larger conversation about the hidden world of Hollywood elites. Could there be others who are complicit in these alleged activities? And if so, will they face the same scrutiny as Diddy? These are the questions that investigators and the public are now beginning to ask. And as more details emerge, it's clear that this story is far from over.
And in this lawsuit, he claims that essentially P. Diddy was the Epstein of the rap industry.
The web of Hollywood intrigue grows deeper. And if there's one thing we've learned over the years, it's that nothing in the entertainment industry is ever as it seems. Now that Sean Diddy Combs' legal troubles have burst into the spotlight, the ripple effects are hitting his inner circle. And it's not just Ellen DeGeneres who's found herself under the microscope. The list of high-profile names connected to Diddy reads like a who's who of Hollywood royalty, with many of them now scrambling to distance themselves from the mounting allegations. But as these connections unravel, what's becoming clear is that the ties between these celebrities may be far darker than anyone ever imagined. Take Usher, for example. Long before Diddy's current troubles, Usher's relationship with the music mogul was already raising eyebrows. Back in the day, a teenage Usher was sent to live with Diddy as part of what was described as a mentorship. At first, it seemed like a dream opportunity for a young artist trying to make it big in the industry. But over the years, Usher has hinted at experiences during that time that were anything but ordinary. In one particularly uncomfortable interview, Usher described being exposed to a lifestyle that was far beyond anything a teenager should have seen, saying, "I was introduced to things no one should be introduced to at that age." While he didn't go into detail, the cryptic nature of his comments has fueled speculation about what actually went on during his time with Diddy. And now, with Diddy's alleged behavior coming to light, these past statements are being revisited with a far more critical eye. Then there's Justin Bieber, who's also been linked to Diddy in ways that are now raising serious questions. As a teenager, Justin was frequently seen with Diddy, attending parties and even receiving extravagant gifts from the music mogul. One of the most talked about moments was when Diddy promised Justin a luxury car for his 16th birthday. At the time, it seemed like a generous gesture from a mentor to a rising star. But looking back, some are questioning whether there was a deeper, more troubling dynamic at play. Rumors have swirled for years that Diddy has a history of forming close relationships with young male artists, and Justin's inclusion in his circle has only added fuel to the fire. While Justin has never publicly spoken out against Diddy, the resurfacing of these past interactions has led fans to wonder if there's more to the story than meets the eye.
Now you got the Diddy situation where he jumps on a private jet, they say yesterday, and is on his way to the Cape Verde Islands.
And it's not just younger celebrities who have found themselves entangled in Diddy's orbit. Hollywood A-listers like Leonardo DiCaprio, Kim Kardashian, and Ashton Kutcher have all been spotted at his infamous parties over the years. While there's no evidence to suggest that these stars were involved in any wrongdoing, their attendance at these events has raised questions about what they might have witnessed. After all, Diddy's parties were known for their exclusivity and secrecy, with attendees reportedly required to adhere to strict rules about what could and couldn't be shared with the outside world. Was this just a way to maintain the mystique of these gatherings, or was there something more sinister being hidden behind closed doors? Even the late Kobe Bryant found himself linked to Diddy's social scene, with photos of the two together at various events resurfacing in the wake of the allegations. While Kobe's reputation remains untarnished, his association with Diddy has led some to wonder how deep the connections within this elite circle really go. Are these relationships purely social, or do they hint at a larger network of influence and power within Hollywood? Adding to the intrigue is the role of Wendy Williams, who has long been one of Diddy's most vocal critics. Back when Wendy was a radio host, she made a name for herself by spilling tea on some of the entertainment industry's biggest players, and Diddy was no exception. In fact, Wendy's comments about Diddy were reportedly so explosive that he allegedly went to great lengths to get her fired. According to insiders, Diddy was furious about Wendy's on-air revelations and used his considerable influence to try to silence her. While Wendy has never backed down from her claims, the resurfacing of these stories has cast a new light on her long-standing feud with Diddy. And was she one of the first to see through his carefully crafted public image? Or was she simply a thorn in his side?
Because I think, we have seen many photos, videos of Sean Combs, aka Diddy, through the Associated Press, through Instagram. And so to see him kind of in person after being in jail for 3 weeks now was pretty interesting, to say the least. And I say that by being that you would expect him to feel a little defeated, a little gaunt, anything like that. But it wasn't that case. He appeared confident. He stood tall. But
then there's the curious case of Ellen's rumored involvement in Hollywood's so-called secret clubs. Over the years, there have been whispers of exclusive gatherings attended by some of the industry's most powerful figures. These events, shrouded in secrecy, are said to be places where deals are made, alliances are formed, and boundaries are pushed. While the details of these gatherings remain murky, Ellen's name has been mentioned more than once in connection with them. Some have even suggested that her long-standing friendship with Diddy may have been forged at one of these events, raising questions about how deep her ties to this shadowy world really go. What's particularly troubling is the pattern of silence that seems to surround these allegations. Many of the celebrities connected to Diddy, including Ellen, have remained conspicuously quiet in the wake of his arrest. While some have publicly distanced themselves from him, others have chosen to say nothing at all. This silence has only fueled speculation that there's more to the story than what's currently being reported. After all, in an industry where image is everything, staying quiet can sometimes speak louder than words.
That clearly there is a criminal investigation underway and that they believe that there would be evidence of crimes in one or both of these homes.
As for Ellen, her move to the UK has done little to quell the rumors. If anything, it has only added to the sense of mystery surrounding her connection to Diddy. Why leave the US now, at a time when the entertainment world is buzzing with questions about her association with one of its most controversial figures? While her representatives have insisted that the move was purely for personal reasons, the timing has left many wondering if there's something more she's trying to avoid. And then there are the whispers about other high-profile figures who may have been involved in similar circles. From reports of lavish gatherings to allegations of behind-the-scenes power plays, the world of Hollywood elites is starting to look more like a tangled web of secrets and lies. Could there be others who, like Diddy, have used their influence to manipulate those around them? And if so, will they face the same level of scrutiny?
And I remember, I don't know if you know what his voice sounds like, but I felt like I was in the presence of his monster inside.
What's clear is that this story is far from over. With each new revelation, the connections between these celebrities grow more complicated, and the questions grow more urgent. How deep does this network of influence go? Who else might be implicated as the investigation into Diddy's alleged misconduct continues? And what role, if any, did figures like Ellen play in this unfolding drama? For now, the answers remain elusive. But one thing is certain, the entertainment industry is facing a reckoning, and the days of sweeping these kinds of allegations under the rug may finally be coming to an end. As the spotlight continues to shine on Diddy and his inner circle, the world will be watching and waiting for the truth to come out. How many more secrets are waiting to be uncovered? And who will be the next to fall as the walls of Hollywood's carefully constructed facade begin to crumble? Only time will tell.
Of course, there's layers upon layers. When you get into these conspiracy theories, man, they never end. They never end. There's just layers upon layers.
So what do you think? Could Ellen DeGeneres' move to the UK be more than just a coincidence? And is there something deeper going on with her connection to Diddy? Could there be a network of Hollywood elites involved in activities far darker than we ever imagined? Leave your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more celebrity gossip and insider details. Until next time, stay curious.